Before stadiums, before headlines, before the world learned her name, there was a child in Houston, Texas. She stayed after practice when the room was empty. She repeated movements long after mistakes stopped being corrected, not because anyone demanded it, but because she did. Other children imagined applause. She imagined precision. This wasn't about becoming famous. It was about becoming prepared. That child was Beyonce.
It's a lot of chatter in here, but let me make myself clear. Can you hear me? Can we stand?
And preparation would become her first competitive advantage. Her early life wasn't built on chaos or luck. It was built on structure. Practice had rules. Standards didn't bend. Talent wasn't praised. It was managed. She learned early that discipline is not motivation. It's a system. And systems outperform moods every time. While others waited for opportunity, she built capacity. That difference doesn't show immediately, but it compounds. Success arrived early. Crowds grew. Sales followed. Industry doors opened. From the outside, it looked like momentum. From the inside, it felt like acceleration without control. Contracts appeared. Schedules filled. Decisions were made far away from the stage. This was her first exposure to scale. And scale always reveals who holds power. She began noticing patterns. Artists were celebrated loudly, then replaced quietly. The industry loved voices, but it owned outcomes. From a business lens, this was a warning. If you don't own the asset, you are the asset. She understood something early that many learned too late. Fame creates income. Ownership creates security. At the moment most stars expand outward, she did the opposite. She reduced access. She spoke less. She explained nothing. This wasn't ego, it was exposure control. Silence lowers volatility. Silence protects leverage. In investment terms, she stopped trading attention daily and started holding it long term. Then came the most dangerous phase. The industry expected visibility. The media expected reassurance. The audience expected presence. She chose silence. Weeks passed. Then more weeks. No interviews, no statements, no safety net. From a business standpoint, this was a high-risk position. If attention moved on, relevance would collapse. And if relevance collapsed, leverage vanished. This is where most careers quietly end. Then, without warning, she released. No promotion, no rollout, no permission. This wasn't a stunt. It was an asymmetric bet. Minimal downside, permanent upside. Would people follow without being chased? They did. And in that moment, distribution power changed hands. Not to platforms, not to labels, to the operator. Later, the risk wasn't strategic. It was personal. A public betrayal placed her credibility, brand, and trust under pressure. From a business perspective, this was reputational risk at scale. Most brands fracture here. Some never recover. She didn't deny it. She didn't over-explain it. She restructured. Pain became narrative. Narrative became art. Art became ownership. This wasn't emotion. This was crisis management. After that moment, the strategy became obvious. Music was no longer the business. It was one asset. Tours, visuals, production, control. Each reinforced the other. She stopped optimizing for hits. She optimized for durability. Eventually, the results followed. She became the most awarded artist in Grammy history. But awards were never the objective. They were lagging indicators. Ownership created the value. Recognition followed. This is not a music story. This is a case study in capital allocation, risk control, and patience. She didn't fight the system. She built something the system couldn't trap. People still call her a singer. That's the smallest title she's earned. This is Beyonce. This is not celebrity. This is strategy.
This is Voice Icons. Real voices, real icons.